Hello everybody, welcome back to Doggo Card Reviews. We are back once more with our Scrapbowl series. We're finally on episode 10.
Yay, episode 10. Now, oh boy, insert company man intro here.
Right. So yeah, this is going to be about the rise, fall, and rise again of Love Live Sunshine. Yes, that Love Live Sunshine.
Opens deck, stares at yo deck box. Takes out
Right.
deck.
Pretty much. So, we're going to go ahead and follow through with a little introduction here. So, Love Live Sunshine debuted as a Neo Standard title in Weiss Schwarz on September of 2016. However, it will not become a true competitive threat until the release of its extra booster in June of 2017. From that point, the title would move on to see major competitive success to the point where it will receive its first round of restrictions prior to a second full booster set. Moving forward, it will see revisions to said restrictions prior and after its third full expansion that causes its success to ebb and flow throughout the years.
Do I need to provide the TL too long didn't listen?
There's already a too long game listen for just something like this.
No, there isn't. This is gonna be long, boys.
Alright, well, I guess we will finally start into the nitty gritty.
Alright, I'll take this one.
Starting.
Humble beginning. After its debut as a Neo Standard set in 2016, Love Live Sunshine would see little competitive success, if any, due to its initial card pool being kind of ass, to be honest, across its first trial deck and first booster set to compete with the top tenders at the time. Cough, toilet paper, cough, Monogatari, cough. Regardless, this initial set pool of cards does contain some diamonds in the rough that would resurface later as the title gets more cards. Cough, Azusa, Mari, Chica Bomb.
Yeah, so, these four cards we see here are clearly, once Love Live Sunshine did start to get things that made it more of a competitive threat, these were things that actually will pop in deck lists left and right. And it's not even funny.
Yo, dog, 3 of these cards were on the ban list at one point.
Right, and 2 of them remain there to this day.
So
that says a lot about how powerful these diamonds in the rough really are.
So the main problem with set 1, I think my partner can agree with me on this, was the top end and level
definitely.
2. It didn't do anything after 1. Its 0 and 1 game was amazing.
It had very good zeros, these 3 level ones here are plenty, Alzra, Jumping Hard, Chica, if you could capitalize on leftover level zeros, oh my goodness, that was so powerful against any deck that wasn't Summer Pockets or something. And,
yo dog, 2 for 1s.
Yeah, 2 for 1's pretty good. And you know what? At the time, playing Rex Stockstone was honestly not that bad. And Coining Arch-Aquarium, Ruby Kurosawa, level 1 Azusa, pretty understated. We still played the F out of it because Azusa OP.
Yo, Bushy, can we have this back pulls?
And also Jumping Hard Mari, my goodness, more what does this card not do? She swings for pretty big, 7k base for the full board, on play Scry, and on death possibly go back to your hand?
Yo, dog, she gets destroyed in response every time.
That's fine. She probably goes back to your hand every now and then. And character sense Kana, recur some of your things, but yeah, as Gavin is saying, at level 2, you could do, I've seen people do things like the Alzura Jumping Hard, Hangamori Kunikita combo, yes, she's an early play, she heals, she can get you stock, but, and most people did choose to play Alzura Jumping Hard, Yo Watanabe for level 3 combo, which is she salvages on play and she on attack with the combo pays the cost to burn 1 and heal 1.
Okay, man. Some people also play the level 3 killer, the Chika Takumi.
Yes, that is a thing.
She was potentially free, and yo, dog, what the fuck does Zuramata do? Even in 2016.
Again, these are when people see a new title, period, they try to experiment and see what they could do with it in general, right?
Spoiler alert: she didn't do shit. You
Right.
paid you paid 2 stock to get an early play heal that probably got destroyed swinging in because toilet paper is bigger than your ass.
Toilet paper is like
And
bigger than almost everybody, so.
Hanakawa, I don't think Monogatari necessarily cared.
No, because, well, Hanamaru was basically Sunshine's like poverty version of Hanekawa.
Well, Hanakawa didn't heal you, but at the same time, they didn't care. They were preparing it for snail explosives.
That, and if snail explosives fail to kill you, you probably got clown glasses, which prevent you from killing them anyway.
Pretty much. Let's see here. Level zeros. Yohane Runner? Yeah, it's pretty fucking good.
Yeah?
At least at the time it was. Back in 2016, Tap 2 brainstorms were actually acceptable, so Rickroll brainstorm was pretty good.
And especially against like some titles, some people like if your power like somehow, especially at zero in particular, you could like make against awkward for your opponent because of that on reverse plus 500 revenge.
Plus 500, you mean plus 1,000, sir? Double Rickroll brainstorms.
Okay, I was assuming someone not being a badass.
Oh, come on, man!
And technically 500 plus 500 is split of your choice.
True, but it's usually plus 1,000 to this column, sir. Hey, that's usually the best way to do it.
Oh yeah, especially at zero.
And your level 1 game is tricolor. 4 of each of these level 1s you see on screen.
Okay, I'm going about, well, okay, maybe at the time 4 just because you had no choice.
2017 as well, man. Most lists in 2017 also did 4.
No. I typically saw 2 to 3 Mari.
You what?
Typically.
Oh, well, I mean, well, then again, I ran like 14-0. Oh god, this was the start of me getting addicted to low zero count.
Well, when we get to that part, we'll explain like why unironically low zero count was OP.
Well, I still continue that even 5 years later. So, and I've seen competitive success. So at the same time, but Yoda, capture stats, man, how the mighty have fallen.
Like like this wasn't like here's the fine part. Like this card wasn't that good in set 1 context. Well, because nothing was really worth saving at this time period. And when we get to like the first rise, it will make sense about like why this card is pretty effing good, and it just kind of tapers off after that.
Well, that's why it came off the list shortly thereafter. But at the same time, I'm going. At this point, they could let Mari go. Realistically, let Mari go.
You think I was really jumping hard? Mari comes off before Water Blue New World Mari.
Yeah, because Water Blue New World Mari enables some shenanigans that we will speak about later in this commentary.
Okay, fair.
And realistically, like the current, spoiler alert, the current deck doesn't play blue, so she wouldn't our Sword Jumping Hot Mari wouldn't be all that useful. So she would most likely go in Joke Waifu or for those of you that are supposedly brave enough, Guilty Kiss.
Right. So yeah, all in all, the initial stage of LSS Sunshine and its debut was overall pretty mediocre at best.
I.e., or AKA a pile of ass. And Yosuro finisher. Really, man? Really? Well, then again,
that was like your best option because there was like some brave souls were willing to play that Kong on restand that heals on attack by paying an additional cost.
Did she need to reverse in order to restand?
Restand, yes.
Fug.
Yeah.
Fug. Because for those of you that don't remember, 2016 had sack counters everywhere. Sack counters were literally everywhere.
Right, like even if you didn't have to use them to anti-tank, you used them to just get rid of a character out of harm's way, out of an armor reversibility. Hence why Ultra Jumping Harkana, Master did not see that much play in general, period.
Though honestly, I'd rather see sack counters than JC.
That's fair. At least, well, because KC just like goes, ah ha 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 ha, what are you gonna do?
Right. Well, the thing with JC is really cheap for what it does.
It's very cheap,
Like,
and it laughs at you when it's on the board.
At counters, you had to pay the tray and sacrifice a card from your hand. That's fair. Fair enough. JC, like if JC costed 2 or 3, go ahead. I have zero problem with JC at that point.
But the fact that it's only one and removes it itself from the board, like, what?
That's ridiculous.
and the character was almost always free.
They could double deny it. They could double deny at that point, which just makes.
Like, luckily, JC was not really an event. Like, there was like one JC at the time, but.
Well, we have the original JC at the time. That was the original.
That was like the only one that was relevant.
But in 2021, us in the future, yo dog, JC is everywhere.
Pretty much. But yeah, before we go way ahead of ourselves.
By the way, note to selves, JC will probably be a topic. The JC problem.
Anyway, so that was 2016, the debut. All right, now. Sorry.
Like I got in. Let me tell the story of how I got in. So, Victor at the time was like, yeah, yo dog, these sunshine creatures are amazing. I'm like, okay, I just watched the anime. They're all right. I was still in the Muse denial stage. They can't be gone. They can't be done.
Mm.
But then Victor was like, give Sunshine a chance. I'm like, okay, sure, I'll give them a chance. Here, try them out in the card game too. I'm like, okay, sure. Reads Chica. Yo, dog, this card is broke ass.
Right, you just call it, whoa, I could do what and what?
It's a guaranteed +1. Well, guaranteed cantrip nowadays, but it's a guaranteed cantrip. I'm like, damn, that's actually pretty good for a level 1 combo.
We mentioned earlier, you could 2 for 1 if you were very lucky.
Thus making Chica a +1 at that point.
Like, yo, stonks.
Yo, that's so fucking good.
And damage economy on top of that, like, wait, that's pretty stonks.
Chica, I thought Chica was fucking broken.
And, most people think that in a nutshell, just because, very rarely do you see, like, a card combo while also being a bomb.
That's funny is you rarely see that now, even 5 years later.
Like they really didn't want to repeat that, because they're like, maybe we shouldn't.
But it wouldn't be a problem now. Thanks, Standby.
Yeah, it's just obviously before Standby was even conceived. Like, this is back in the day where people were still probably wondering, what's Red getting a second special trigger to herself?
Gates aren't good enough for you people?
Like,
FR?
Hello? Hello?
You have the best trigger in the game, man. It's called Gates. Let's fucking go.
Almost nobody's playing anti-salvage at this time. What's wrong?
What's Hatsukaze?
What's Hatsukaze? What's Mekong?
Actually, I played Mekon.
Right, but like by the time this released, Koloru wasn't really doing that much anymore.
No, she was still pretty good, actually, dude.
Still pretty good, but I would argue, obviously not the boogeyman of toilet paper or Montgomery.
Toilet paper smash tail, dude. Like toilet paper, like, oh god damn it! And before we do a Rise Fall and Rise Skin of toilet paper, wait, no, we wouldn't have enough material for toilet paper. More like the depression of toilet paper. But okay, Gatorade. Actually, TLR farmed Monogatari all day for with Mekon reversals. But did Monogatari care? No.
Right.
And toilet paper was too big.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And snail explosives is better than Yami. I'll give you that much. I think I'd rather be Yami'd over snail explosives.
Especially
Wait, didn't snail explosives? Didn't it have hexproof?
I believe so.
Oh shit! So TLR couldn't just be like, yo dog, no, you ain't hurting me. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
Darkness Plan does nothing to Hachikuji.
And then well, they could darkness plan. The power of smile, but in all likelihood, you're probably not getting toilet paper to 3 as TLR. You're probably not because, man, you got some invincible walls. You got some battleships in front of you. They're not going to sink very quickly.
Or you're barely doing dance.
Oh, you sunk one of them. That's fine. I just summoned another one.
Because,
let me heal again.
Because that's how free toilet paper was.
Oh, god damn it. God damn it. Well, and I think that's why they're never going to print that early play ever again. I want them to. It would be a nice refreshing pace over Aqua constantly.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, before we delve too far...
Right, so let's move on from the humble beginning.
Right.
Okay, who are these creatures?
Who are these creatures? Explosive midgame. The advent of its extra booster in June of 2017 would introduce the notorious Mega Ticket package, a trio of cards that enable additional instances of damage at level 2, something next to no other titles were capable of at the time. As a result of this tripartite, Love Live Sunshine would see high levels of competitive success for the 2017 World Grand Prix season, despite a supposed weakness of going stock neutral a lot of the time in its mid-game, as few other titles can stand up to the onslaught of Mirakike Yo Watanabe from level 2 onwards, while also backed by the aforementioned diamonds in the rough from the title's first set.
Seize this package. You what?
Right, like, okay, you look at, let's go over them like one by one. So Mirai Kid Sakuroki Riko, level assist, rest herself, discard a card, reveal the top card of your deck, summon a level X or lower character from your wing room. X is that character's level of the reveal, or the card's reveal card's level.
Yo, that's pretty fucking stonks, man. So here's what you do. You play the joke first. You scry whatever shitty card. You take a look. If it's a shitty card, you scry to the fucking bottom, get another chance. If you see it fucking stonks, activate Rickroll, pitch level 0 or climax, reveal good card, grab something from grave. Hell yeah, let's fucking go, boys.
Right, alright, so let's move on over to Mirai Kike Kiko Takami. So, using early play if Mirai Kike Riko Sakuroki is in your clock. That's pretty easy.
What? That's so easy, man.
That's very easy. And it gets better. On play from hand, you may pay an additional 1 stock to bring out a Mirakike Yo Watanabe from your waiting room. And this is where things get very scary, people. Mirakike Yo Watanabe. Continue with all your other cards named Mirakike Kikotakmi get 2000 power, big whoop. And also, when she attacks, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card's a mystic character, deal X damage to your opponent, where X is that character's level.
So we get to summon Miki at level 2. You what?
Right. On top of having almost nobody's gonna try to deal with Chica because she's probably 13,500 with the Rico in
She's
the
just
back.
a giant vanilla.
And Mirakike Yo Watanabe is still a formidable 11,500 in front of a Mirakike Riko Sakuroki. Like, what in the
Sam Hill is this?
Like, it's already relatively kind of stocks for paying 3 stock to bring out 2 soul characters, but when one of those 2 soul characters can do an additional instance of damage,
BTW, Yo will burn the same damage as the card you revealed with Rickroll, BTW. So you see that level 3 on top? Fucking stonks, boys. Be prepared for your opponent to cry.
Right, and like what makes this even scarier is, if the opponent fail, like even if the opponent like gets rid of this, okay, fine, I'll just pay the 3 stock that I gained last turn and do it again. So like, what?
You go stock neutral. You don't give a flying fuck.
You're dealing this extra instance of damage. Going stock neutral means practically nothing.
What? You don't fucking care, man. You just see this.
Like compressing? F that.
Die. Die. Like imagine just seeing this repeatedly for the next 5 turns.
Unironically, like this being repeated over and over, won games, period. Because, like the only other title I know around the same time that could do something like this was Konosuba with that Mega Man early play. And
What?
But
That's the burn 1, sir.
it is,
Not even fucking close.
but that's the closest I could think of.
And that's also RNG
It
dependent.
is very RNG dependent. You need to, in order to get the burn 1, I think you have to mill exactly 3 magic characters.
3 magic or adventurers, yeah.
Yeah.
So you need to mill 3 creatures. Yeah, that's less consistent than this. Dude, even 4 years later, I'm just going, oh dear God, no! Not that, no!
Right.
No!
So like this is like the first rise here because this extra booster release it introduced this package. We're just going, how is this package fair?
Well, actually, nowadays it'd be a lot more fair because we have this thing called Yoshino.
It's fair now, but 2017, you look at this, you're like,
No!
excuse me? On top of going back to the first day, you're like, okay, so I have Azusa, I have an on-play Scry, also I have Capture Stance Konga, so even if my Yo dies and I don't have a Chica in hand, hey, Capture Stance Konga, hit yourself to bring her back. I just killed that. You did.
It's back. Yo is the T800, man. Like, with Capture Stance Konga, Yo's the fucking T800. You're not killing it!
It's basically as the key one, as the as he said, she'll be back.
Like, oh, I'll be, and then she reappears as the T1000. Well, wait, I just destroyed that. Yes, you did just destroy that. She's back. Not this shit again.
And and when you get to level 3, like it compounds because you're probably gonna get more than one of these on board, and you just win without worrying about anything. Like
Yo dog, I'm a hard cast to spare Yo in my hand.
Like that's a legitimate play because that's how good the card was. Like
unironically, why not just hard cast the other one in your hand? Oh yeah, that's a pretty good play.
Right, like you have the Kika's probably still living there from level 2 because almost nobody tried to deal with it, and you have 2 Yos, up to 5 instances of damage. You probably just win after doing the 4th instance of damage for 2 to 3 turns prior.
Yo, dog, this pounded even ReZero its worst matchup to bits.
Right, now, I'll go on a little slight tangent with Ray Zero here. So, before this Ultra release, Ray Zero was not really seen as being all that great, just because the game will have a real top end in general. But as Sunshine continued to gain steam from this extra booster, more and more people went, wait, let's see some games with Sunshine. Okay, it plays a combo that profits off of bombing a lot of the time. Oh wait, we have an anti-bomb card. It's called Puck. Okay, problem number 1 solved. Okay, they play early plays. No problem. We have Emilia. If we get to level, if we get to level 2 first, they lose.
Right, but you also have this thing called Remen Felt.
Right, when Remen Felt, they're powerful early plays. Period.
They're still relevant today.
They are that's the thing. If you were, if you had Sunshine versus Ray Zero, if Ray Zero got to level 2 first, Sunshine probably automatically lost. Because they can't feasibly deal with blue-haired maid Rem.
Well, I mean, dude, not many decks can deal with blue head made rays. Even
Right.
now, like
Even though,
Rem, oh,
yeah.
you need a response to Rem. She's gonna snow her ass into it.
Right,
Like,
and because Sunshine goes stock neutral by doing this, and like letting Ray Zero spiral out of control, that's like an almost all kill lose for Sunshine, and
like
that's why we saw like a bit of a, we saw a bit of this like back and forth between Sunshine and Ray Zero during his time, but nonetheless, Sunshine had stronger matchups across the board than Ray Zero.
yeah.
Ray Zero still had his problem matchups,
I
like
mean,
say Railgun.
this was the package that glided me to success 4 years ago. So, like, thinking about it, if we had this package today, no, I have PTSD, and I was the pilot.
Right, like both of us have or are still playing Sunshine in some way, throughout our career or during our career, and man, like this design was something else. Let me just say that much. And because it also worked the way we deck build because usually people will tell you play something like 15 to 20 level zeros in general, but you're building Sunshine, you're like, no, I'm gonna unironically play 12 to 14.
Yeah, I was about to say 14 is kind of high for Sunshine.
No, you still see it, but 12 to 13 was kind of like the norm. Some people even dare to go 11 because they're like, oh, but math says I will be able to I have a 97% chance after mulligan to find a level 0.
Well, guess what? Have fun with your math, sir. Don't come crying to me when you get fucked.
But that's what I'm saying though. Because of the design of Mirakiki no Watanabe, you were encouraged to play as few zeros as possible.
And man, you know what I fucking stock sold? Zeros.
Well,
Fucking stock sold away zeros.
you level your zeros. You stock away your zeros. Like you don't always stock a zero because some people do set up for the combo, or for this combo by using your stock, so to stock away a Mirakiki no Watanabe to guarantee she'll be in stock in case you refresh very soon.
Right, but that's only in a relatively niche amount of scenarios because I just go,
Has everything in hand. Problem solved.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Because
Yo,
the
dog.
recall discards the yo into the waiting room, even if you don't have a waiting room, and
Right, and here's what I typically did with Chica. Okay, assuming I had 3 targets, double bomb. The first 2 bombs grab 2 Rickrolls from Grave. The last one grabs Chica.
right,
Stock soul target. Sometimes it was Yo. Sometimes it was either Yo or a 0.
right. Like those
Depending
are
on
the
the
only
area.
those are the only 2 things. As a Sunshine player, you automatically get things like sips. Because you it's only your first attack that you really know unless you bumped Mari into something and got her reversed to reveal a card.
Oh man! And she bounced back to your head. Fucking stonks. Let's go again. Take another trade.
Right, but outside that scenario, a fair number of times when like your subsequent yo attacks, you do have to be like,
It's blind, but at the same time, like
the fact that you have a chance meant a lot. But like what I was gonna say was like you would make sure you like check like your public zones to make sure okay, I see I have like 7 zeros in my waiting room, 3 zeros in my level area. Yeah, it's probably about right.
3 zeros in level area. I triggered a 0 earlier in the game. Yeah, I got 1 0 left. It's in
Right.
my hand, boys.
Okay, understandable. Swing and reveal 2 or 3.
Have fun dying.
Pretty much.
Like this package. Like, dude, all Sunshine would need to go back to S tier 4 Yo. Can you imagine 4 Yo again?
Like, it'd be a horrifying thing because the mirror's very nasty.
But you would be we would be happy campers, wouldn't we?
Well, we would definitely be very happy campers, but also be like, Bushiro, what have you done?
No, it's more of, well, dude, it would give Sunshine it would give Sunshine her arms and legs back in this 2021 competitive season. Ugh.
But
It's
before
just
before we dive too far ahead, let's finish up what we were discussing in this part of 2017.
so 2017. Okay, so things that you wanted to look out for back then. Vivid Strike was huge. Like, unironically,
Right,
everybody remembers the Arizona Vivid Strike meme. Well, guess what? Unironically, Vivid Strike was exceptionally good.
right. Like Vivid Strike arc was kind of like the best of say Ray Zero and the best of you know
It was
other-
it was a fusion of these two decks,
right
basically.
of Sunshine because like sure your markers were not guaranteed to be clean
You
for
knew what they
Fuka.
were, though.
You know what they were, but you cannot guarantee that they're clean.
No, that's why I sold the deck in 2 weeks. Because, remember this was under Fuka, 5 gold bars. Fuck.
Right, like but in most cases that does not happen. And
Right.
and Fuka is an early play, so you could on like this is what I said next to other towers. River Strike was probably one of the other towers that could do a bunch of damage before level 3.
And it was also Fuka had it was one of the few early plays that I remember that has the smooth brain condition.
It was 4 or more melee characters.
Yes, how are you characters? Yes. So, in terms of that, like Vivid Strike, Gochi Usa with Rabbit House still did something. You still had to watch out for Kokoa if they were running that, or you had to deal with their finisher, Chino and Kokoa.
But you were able to win the damage race in general against Kochi Usa.
Right, because their level 2 game was Nize, and you didn't care. She healed them. Oh no! Eat this blast of 7 from Yo alone.
And then we have Railgun.
Railgun. Railgun.
That was like one of the other like bad matchups for Sunshine.
Railgun is pretty much. It's like running into mono black control. Prepare to have your shit doom bladed.
Right, like okay,
Understandable. Well, shit.
like yeah, you now point to that empty slot where your mirror ticket Yo and your mirror ticket Rico once stood.
Pretty much. Well, if you have another Chica in your hand, it's not so bad.
Right, but Railgun could set you back.
True.
But-
And Railgun
but-
also has Dragon Strike.
Right, Dragon
So-
Strike's pretty scary.
Well, Dragon Strike cucked you at 1.
Right,
So that hurts really badly.
because you don't have much else in advantage game.
You better hope Joke bounces back to your hand. That's all I have to say. Like
But
that's
outside of Ray Zero and Railgun, like Sunshine just had very solid matchups.
well, I could mention one other really bad matchup for it, but it was a relatively niche title at the time.
I
It's time to enter the Chartal zone. Again, dude, what the hell could Sunshine do against Chartal? Again, dude, what could you realistically do against them?
You just hope
Like-
that, like, at that point, you just pretty, like, okay, yes, you lost your burn, but what were they doing to Chica or Yo anyway?
Nothing.
Like, Ayumi...
Doesn't do
mark?
anything. Ayumi's a 10-5, man. She can't destroy either of these guys.
Exactly, so you just pummeled them down with 2 soul beat sticks from 2 onwards.
Pretty much, but like again, let's say she was brought back into modern times. You know, we were allowed our tools back from 2017. I'm just going, yeah, Chartal would be a pain in the ass now.
Well,
A
yeah,
gigantic
now,
yeah.
but, 2017 Charlotte?
Just saying, man. Oh well, again, hey, what about that brave fool that plays Log Horizon?
Okay, you're probably against Log Horizon. Even with the power-up set, Uh,
You just actually no. You probably just burnt them to a crisp before Shiroway even gets summoned.
right, they can't bring out Shiroway at 2, so Yo was still doing things before Shiroway is even on the board.
And they probably died before
I was
Shiroway.
gonna be like, authorizing? I'm surprised they didn't even try to. I was like, at that point, much was. I was like, sure, argue Shakugan no Shana. They're anti-burn at an earlier level.
Shauna doesn't do anything. but seriously though, outside of those really fringe cases, there's not much that can stop this thing. Like, Jesus Christ. Even in ReZero, you're not completely hopeless.
Right, you just had to you probably need to you probably needed to play a little slow just to avoid pushing them too hard. Because you don't want, as a Sunshine player, you didn't want them to get to levels before you.
Though,
Because they get to level 1 first, Puck comes out, he goes to do anything against Puck. Then you get to level 2 first, their early plays come down that you can't really do anything about.
unless you played Johanna, but again, you probably didn't play that many Johanna.
Like, it was usually a one of.
I saw Sunless run too, but
But I think most lists were one.
oh wait, Johanna's not in my deck.
Not good going.
I'm just like, I reached for my deck, and I'm just like,
Oh,
by the way,
I get like, oh no. Oh, I mean, you did have Chica Takumi from the first set, as Gavin mentioned before.
but she can only do so much.
Right, like, okay, it's still possibly counterable.
Well, you could, like, especially they have Emilia in the back row. Oh, forget about it.
Right, it was like understandable. And enjoy 5 marker Rem.
Right. I mean, well, I remember Sunless taking in Bounce Johanna, the bouncer, but that's at 3, so.
Which means at that point they've already capitalized off of the markers.
Right, they've probably already refreshed, which means, oh, sure. Go ahead, Bouncer. I don't care at this point.
Right.
They probably have another Rem in hand just to fucking heal down again.
Because that's what they did. Like, okay, you got to get 3-4, they're suddenly now back at 3-2, and you die.
And they always have their emergency oh shit button. It's called Reinhardt.
Yeah, if for some reason the game actually goes to shit, Reinhardt could just win the game out of nowhere.
Oh, I'm gonna run in front of Yo. Have fun swinging into me. Exiled.
Right, like you ain't
Alright.
like you're done recurring this over and over.
No. Yeah, like as we speak, I'm staring at all 3 of them in SP form. Beautiful. They're beautiful.
They're very beautiful. I feel maybe one of these days I have to find an opportunity to get the Chica SP to complete one of each for SP.
Yeah, well, I'm staring at 3 of each SP, so.
Well, okay, so Gavin knows I unironically bought my Yo. I pulled a Rico SP from a box that was gifted to me.
This sack of shit.
That was like I opened it like, Pog.
I mean, of course, the most expensive at the time was Yo. Dude, can you imagine? Can you imagine these SP prices fucking skyrocketing if Yo goes back to 4?
Oh, that would definitely be easy skyrocket.
Hey man, it'd be even easier than GME stonks.
Let's not talk GME.
Oh, okay, or AMC stonks. How about
Stop. No more hedge fund shorts.
that? But anyways, enough about WSB versus Wall Street. Yeah,
2017 was a scary year. I'll just say that.
Like we on Doggo card reviews don't mean to be doomsayers or anything, but can you just unban Sunshine polls? Like polls?
Oh no.
What do you mean? Oh no! Why not, man? I want to see people getting blown up.
They already are.
Yeah, but more consistently, polls.
Anyway, well, that was one rise, but there was a fall.
Alrighty, adjustment time. As a result of its resounding success in the 2017 World Grand Prix season, oh boy, Sunshine will experience its first ban hammer in February of the following year, forcing the title to see even less play, even with Volume 2 coming out. That's because Volume 2 was ass. This booster introduced some new tools, including access to standby, to allow me to get Rickroll decks, specifically make some strides here and there. I see what you did there, man. But the title's overall success waned as new choice restrictions compounded with heavy emphasis on factions in this new expansion. Actually, I'm gonna let my co-host take over from here because
so Love Live Sunshine Volume 2 really emphasized this idea of cards interacting with the same year. So first year's Hanamaru, Ruby, and Yohane were forced to interact with one another. Yo, Rico, and Chico were forced to interact with one another, and the third years of Gaia, Mari, and Kana were forced to interact with one another. So the number of cards that were allowed to interact with one another, like interchangeably, became small in this expansion. So as a result, there was just far fewer usable cards for a competitive deck. That was it didn't mean that there were still people trying to experiment with the title, and it still saw some still saw some competitive play here and there, because standby did help in that you could do things like cheating out Mira-Ticket Rico Sakuruchi at 1, or cheating out extra copies of Mira-Ticket Yo Watanabe at 2. And if you also played the level 3 Rico over there, you could unironically pull off 5 instances of damage at level 2 with Yo, and you trigger into your standby on your second or third attack, XD. That could happen. But, and you also have some other neat things, like, Mirai no Bokura, Washiteru Yo Watanabe, she's an early play heal that gets pretty big. Water Blue New World, Mari Ohara, pretty good drop source that can also draw and hand filter. And Water Blue New World, Gaia Kurosawa was a combo-less on reverse search that just grew big for no reason. So, but even despite these tools, because of your restrictions, because of the faction problem that was going on in this booster set, Sunshine did see quite the decline as a result. And relying on standby was also a little too sacky on top of that. And it's also 2018. New towers are coming to the play, so Sunshine couldn't quite hold a candle against all of them consistently. So
let's go over the ban list at the time. So
right.
We're looking at, I believe it is choose one of 3.
Yes, choose
so you
one
had a
of
choice
3.
of Rickroll, The Joke, or Azusa?
No.
I believe
Azura Jumping Hard Mario was the second time.
Okay, the second time. So it was what was the third choice then?
So it was Ruby. It was Coin Archive Aquarium, Ruby Kurosawa, Capture Stance,
Right.
Kanga Masura, and Mira Ticket, Rico Sakuruchi.
Oh, okay. Because now my memory has started to come back on this. Because, look, admittedly, I was absent at this time because I was like, oh God, no.
Right, having access to only up to one of these really did make it harder because most people choose to just go with Rico Sakuruchi because early play Yo was still OP. But that means you lost access to easy hand and deck fixing in Coin Archive Aquarium Ruby, and you lost a second way of recursion with Capture Stance Kaga Masura.
Okay, so here's the way I thought about it. Rickroll, kind of essential. Kanon, who gives a flying fuck?
That was the easiest one to cut. Okay, cool. I don't need to consider this.
I mean, she is the 2018 equivalent of Asuna. She is the 2018 equivalent of Asuna Runner being banned. Who gives a flying fuck?
Okay.
Actually, no. Asuna's even a bigger joke compared to Kanon.
Yeah, I was gonna be like...
Asuna, the biggest joke of 2020, boys. And then we lost Asusa. No! That was... Like, to most players, it was effectively choose one of two.
Right.
Because nobody cared about Kanan. I swear, nobody cared. Now, funny story. So, I was desperately trying to look for alternatives to free mill. I pick up Daya looking at a piece of paper on an event. 1-0. It's a camera event.
Right, this is from set 1.
So I tried it for a few games, and I soon realized why this is not a suitable replacement for Razason. This thing is ass.
He tried.
Like,
He tried. He tried.
Like, this thing is ass. It's not on a creature.
And
Which
you
means
and yes, you don't have a proper, and she does not, that event does not discard anything. Like, you're stuck with 2 stock souls and 1 door. You're like,
understandable. I'm probably gonna lose this one. And also, there's no bomb to the bloody thing,
no, there wasn't.
so I can't fetch it.
Nope, you just had to pray you found it off of draw.
Like, FR? Well, that proves my inexperience at the time. Thinking
Right.
an event could replace a body. Hell no. That event has to be vastly superior to the body to replace it.
Right, and like while we saw like some new top end options, like we saw Mirai no Bokura with Shigeru yo Chika, that if you had 2 or more other Chika Yos or Rikos on the board, you could pay a cost to burn 3 on a
Who
stock
cares about
soul.
that?
There was also the Mirai no Bokura with Shigeru yo Ruby Kurosawa. On attack, pay 1 to give herself, if her damage is cancelled, burn 2.
Dog, that didn't sound impressive in 2018. It sure as hell ain't impressive now, man.
Right, but I'm just like mentioning, like there like people were still trying to look around and find ways. I think most people eventually settled on level 1 climax of choice and standby. But this was definitely not the most consistent deck you could play at the time. Period.
Really? Most people chose the standby at the time? Really?
Because you just, like, as I mentioned, you could stand by into Mirai Ticket Rico at 1. You could stand by into your extra copies of Mirai Ticket Yo at 2.
Are we playing the blank standby?
Well, some people went for a blank standby. Some people played the actual character.
Right, the lion, right?
Yeah, right there, the Rico AC right there.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I just remember calling her lion.
because for those who don't know, it's pretty much the exact same card as Lion from Kimono Friends.
Right. I was a Kimono Friends player, so for quite some time, unfortunately, I had to send her to the Abyss in 2019, but actually no, in 2020 I sent her to the Abyss.
But all in all, like, even with like standby backing the title up, it did become an uphill battle for Sunshine, just because Volume 2 was kind of let's just say a mess.
The thing with standby is you need to have a powerful target to standby in, and preferably a level 1 combo to go, preferably some type of combo to go with it. Like, Lion wasn't really all that great. Like,
Sure, as I say, you could be a little cheeky, attempt the 5th instance of damage at level 2, and you are probably ahead in the damage race. But that requires, like, the stars to align.
right, I mean, come on, dude. Like, what? No. That's way too inconsistent. Like, that is too big of a risk, and...
Right, you mainly played a standby for the fact that it was a standby.
I mean, I am the man who will push his chips to the middle, but like relying on the lion standby. Come on, man. No.
It was more of an icing on the cake kind of game where you were obviously playing standby to cheat out things earlier on purpose.
Hell, I'd rather hardcast Rickroll for the fucking salvage cantrip.
Right, but it was more of, if it goes off, cool. If it doesn't, no big deal.
Now we're gonna talk about the biggest elephant in the room. The Yosora early play. JFC, that card is still $30.
And there's a good reason for like this price jump, because I think like the lowest card, I think this card is once like 580 yen at like its lowest point.
Yeah, the reason why is because number one, barely anybody opened Volume 2 because it was so bad.
Right, Volume 2 definitely flopped.
Oh my god. Like, I'm surprised they didn't kill Sunshine support after Volume 2.
Well, I think it was more like people were still like kind of buying games because you know this is the first time in Sunshine where we got the SSP rarity, so colored Seiyu signatures for the image colors of that character. That was very neat and all, but it did not make up for the fact that this just lacked overall competitive value.
I was about to say, dude, like, Oshi can only make up so much of the population. And if they're smart with their money, Oshi will just buy the single.
Which means someone had to have cracked open these boxes in the first place.
Well, it sure as hell ain't gonna be them, so. Like, you might have seen him on Facebook, Andy Colley.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, Andy buys a lot of these creatures at SECs and SSPs.
Right.
Boy. But regardless, I'm just going. This wasn't really a blank period for me. In 2018, I don't exactly remember what I played because I kind of took a step back from playing the game and kind of mentored Soul Sleeper, more just act as a mentor for him.
Right, you just care more about having like a gauntlet of decks for him to practice against more than anything, I believe.
Right at the time, but then I stepped back into my competitive shoes the following year, and now the pandemic hit, and now I'm kind of that was an awkward place for the entire community.
Right, but you know, again, before we go too ahead of ourselves, you know, like 2018 was definitely, you know, not just an awkward year for Gavin, but just like an awkward year for like Sunshine players.
I mean, you know, if it wasn't for future sets, man, this deck would still be in the abyss.
Right.
I would have tossed this fucking thing in the abyss. Like there is.
I guess we gotta finally talk about
No. It's not time to move on just yet.
Okay.
So some other notable things that I saw people trying. The Zudomaru level 3, the one that combos with the bounce. You remember which combo that is, right? The level 3?
We're talking from
Volume 2, specifically. It was a rare.
Oh, that one that required the first years.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw people experimenting with that combo. I'm like, you know what? I can actually see that combo working. Sure, it's insanely high roll, but hot damn.
Right. I you know, Gavin's right. There were definitely people who experiment. Well, you know, this is definitely a time of experimentation and innovation for Sunshine players. Like, I saw so many different builds to varying levels of success in this era.
Like, that's kind of the whole thing. Like, I think that's kind of Bushiroad's aim because Sunshine was a very homogenized title by now.
Right, but back then you could unironically see like 4 different versions in like a small span of time actually like do well in like a locals or something.
Now, how much of Water Blue New World the joke did we see? How much of the joke did we see?
Oh, I feel that was like in every deck period, just because drop search and draw ditch like that's pretty good on the card.
Really? I never saw anybody play the joke. I never saw anybody play it. What? At least here locally.
Okay, locally. But I was gonna be like, I'm almost near searching worldwide. This was like in almost every list.
Like I never saw many people play it, so
okay, well,
like
it's a better question.
I don't know actually. This is the same power.
Would you rather play that recurring Gaia on attack drop search?
I don't think many people played drop searches in general. If they did, they were still playing the Wooby one.
What? It was literally the same power.
I know! And you get an additional draw ditch on top of it!
Like, unless they're playing it for the Ruby game because they're playing a Hanamaru combo, I guess? But...
I don't think they even played the Hanamaru combo!
Then I don't know what they're doing. Did they need the yellow that bad?
They were broke.
They were broke. I mean... okay, to be fair, Mario was one of the more expensive artists in recent memory. I think she went... Well, at this time, 2018, I guess it was only like 400 yen at most.
Oh wow, that's dirt cheap.
I'm
That's
like,
dirt.
that's not that bad. So even if you're a budget player, like that's still within reach, I would say.
I mean, that's. I mean,
We would like
3 copies of it is the same meal at a restaurant,
a decent restaurant,
literally.
yeah, a casual dining restaurant.
Or 2 of these is literally a combo meal at a fast food joint.
Right. Like
Like,
and, you know you most likely played like 2 copies anyway.
and even if you're dirt broke, like go on Snap, Uncle Sam will feed you if you're not lazy.
But all in
Like,
all, like you know, like
uh,
it was just amazing to like despite like Sunshine like not getting too much overall success we could get in 2017, the fact that you could see like 3 to 4 different builds actually do something was actually pretty amazing.
but we all saw the same core. The Midnight Ticket package was still present in every single one of those
You
decks.
can't because it was just too powerful. You can't let go of that. Like that, most people would argue that's what defines Sunshine.
Dude, I want it back 4 years later. Like I've seen years of power creep, and I still want the Midnight Ticket package back. That just proves that even the sweat, like, yo, dog, I would welcome the Midnight Ticket package back. Shit. Anyways,
At least it will help to spice up the format that much more.
oh yeah, well, but something else that I also wanted to say is the Takitsubo, the Zudomaru Takitsubo. I've seen some people experiment with that as well.
The problem
Like,
was just more of back row conflicts were very real.
well, not only that, but it only grabbed from Grave. That was my biggest problem with it.
Right.
Like, if it tutored, sure, play it. Let's go, boys.
Right, but Salvage did make a tougher choice. Like I personally didn't really play Mirai no Bokura wa Shigeru yo Hangamaru.
And then we also had the Yohane level 1 combo.
Yeah, well, okay, there were like so many different level 1 combos people were running. Some people were still stuck by good old always running something like Chica. Some people did move over to something like Mirai no Bokura wa Shigeru yo Yoshiko, as Gavin mentioned. Some people even argued playing Happy Party Train Konga from the Trial Deck Plus.
Shimakaze 2018, you pick one, man.
I mean, Yoshiko's basically one, but higher static, right?
Higher stated. That was the main difference.
Right, but
But
some people just value having the pass trigger over being forced to play. Was it shot on Yohane?
yeah, it was shot. It was legit shot.
I was like, ooh, shot. And
Well,
and it was also like some people that moved over to playing Yo combo on door.
that was essentially Minami combo.
Right.
But at the same time, I go, man, the pan. Like, I don't get why people place so much emphasis on the trigger. I'm just like, Yohane is just a version of Happy Party Train. Yeah, they have to deal with shot, but at the same time, shot is not god awful. It really isn't. I feel people dog on shot way too much.
Oh, I agree.
Like, sure. I mean, it could be worse. It could have been split 2K1. It could be worse, or it could have been the fucking standard 2K1 over shot. But I think people would.
I think by 2018 they phased out old 2K1.
Right, but by then, but even the split 2K1, like, I think majority of people rather play shot than split 2K1.
You'd be surprised, actually.
Really? They take the double soul icon trigger over shot.
Just because, like, LOL, like, 1,000 more power on 2 lanes.
I mean, yeah, but you're only hitting them for 2 extra soul versus 3.
Some people were honestly fine with that.
They hated shot that badly?
I believe so.
Holy shit.
Yeah, shock is a lot of. Well, some of the hate is definitely deserved, but I think a good chunk of it is also undeserved.
Like, okay, shot trigger is basically a cancel burn of 1. on a 1K one. That's all it is. Like, how bad is a cancel burn one? Like bag gets a lot of hate, yet bag still gets printed. Shot rarely if ever rarely ever gets printed now. I don't think saw a single shot combo in 2020. Like, I don't think
2020, I swore there were shot combos.
I didn't see a single one, man.
I'll need to double check that later.
But regardless, this was a very stinky time for Sunshine. This is very stinky, and it will continue to stink for the next, I'd say almost 2 years. Like, holy crap!
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're like, I felt bad for the Sunshine player at the time. Now I remember what I was at the time. I was a Hino Logic main.
Well, Hino Logic was definitely a more powerful title after its second extra booster.
And I picked up Konosuba.
Yeah, Konosuba was scary.
Yeah, I was a Konosuba whore at the time. Bunny Girl Yun Yun, Aqua, Megamine combo, like, yeah.
And not having to play Brainstorm.
What's a Brainstorm?
Exactly.
You mean the Resonator that's basically Brainstorm?
A flexible Brainstorm that almost always guarantees you characters.
Hey man, I only got one creature to turn off that damn. Okay?
That's fine.
That's fine, including the card I draw. That's fine. What's this clocking you speak of? I haven't clocked for eons now.
Right. It was so dumb.
Okay. Now let's move on to the Rise Again.
The Rise Again. Subunit Solidarity. The release of Love Live Sunshine, featuring School Idol Festival's 6th anniversary in August of 2019, saw the restructuring of factions within the title from school years to subunits. In particular, the subunit Sharon, consisting of Chica, Yo, and Ruby, emphasized a push into full standby triggers while allowing for powerful and utility stabilizers that helped to serve to fill in the void that decks choosing Mirakike Riko Sakuruchi has suffered as a result of foregoing cards like Coining Arca Aquarium Ruby Kurosawa. Decks like the Riko choice primarily using Sharon cards would continue to see success despite additional restriction revisions.
Yo, dog, so when did bad number 2 come along?
Bad number 2. Wasn't that should have been August of the same year, right? Where they revised
August of 2018?
Yeah, because or was it August? Yeah, August would be right. Yeah, because February, August, yeah. So August, yeah, so there they switched out the capture stance Kongang for Aozora Jumping Hard Mari Ohara.
And didn't they add Water Blue New World Mari on?
No, that will not be until after this release.
Okay, because I remember putting Sunshine in a coffin. FR. Which ban list was that? Like, I remember really putting Sunshine in a coffin.
Should be the more when that be its final currently final revision of finally saying Mira Ticket, Yo Watanabe Limit 1, and now choose one of 4, including Water Blue New World Mari Ohara.
Oh yeah. That's when I put Sunshine in a fucking coffin.
But that was after. Yeah, so that would be, but that'll be after this set releases. So, what?
No, it wasn't.
It was.
It was
because it was the fact they're playing a standby that made people unironically play 4 copies of Water Blue New World Mari because LOL on play search discard standby target.
Oh, I thought the one that made you put it in a coffin was the February 2019 ban list.
Did anything even happen to it in February 2019? I don't feel like it did.
I can't remember anymore, man.
I've like, okay, let's see if I remember this correct. So we both agreed that the first restrictions were Ruby, Riko, and Kongang.
Yep.
The second one would replace Kongang with Aozora Jumping Heart Mari.
Right.
And then now to you, do you remember there being 3 different restrictions or 4 different restrictions?
I remember there being 3 different restrictions.
So that means we have only one more. And that last one will happen after this release.
Oh, okay. Wait, what the hell made me buy this deck then? Like, I try to remember what the hell made me buy this deck. Because I bought Shauron from scratch. I remember that. I remember starting with 0 and buying the deck.
Oh, let's see. Well, I think, like, you were partially inspired by, like, because you saw me play it a good amount, and you saw that it was also having a good chunk of success over in Japan.
I can't remember when I became disillusioned with Japanese play. I can't remember when I became disillusioned by it.
But if anything, you were definitely impressed by what a Sharon heavy deck could do.
Yeah, the deck was pretty damn good. Like, okay, like I just remember okay, there's only one Yosero allowed now, because there's no point in me playing the SPs.
Right.
Because if I'm gonna play an SP, I'm playing all 3 of them, all 3 of my available SPs. So there's no point. I do have a normal one. I do have a normal version of her. So I just remember the 3-2 being good.
Yeah. So level 3 Yo, so level 3 Yo is like a very very interesting combo. So her first 2 senses are pretty vanilla. She gets fire power for every other character. She heals when playing from hand. Her climax combo is like the interesting part though. So you on attack with her standby climax, pay 1, discard 1, reveal the top 9 cards of your deck, burn your opponent for X damage where X is the number of standby triggers you revealed this way. Plus 1,000 power to enter, and you shuffle all 9 of those cards back into your deck.
Yo, dog, why couldn't this be burn 1 for each climax?
Oh my goodness.
Hey man, Asta, our Bay deals 1 damage per climax.
Okay, that's a terrible comparison to make.
Excuse me, sir? How is that a terrible comparison to make?
They have yet to conceive that card.
That is very true. That is very true. Like, holy shit! I'm talking about
the most recent thing that you could compare that to at the time would be the original Mill 11,
which was ass, and we both know that. Well, actually, no. The most comparable would be Fate from Nanoha. Fate does this exact same combo except with shot.
Shot triggers that. Wait, didn't she build them?
No, shuffle.
Okay, never mind. Goes to show how much I know about Nanohers.
I mean, like,
unironically playing a shot though.
People did it, dude.
Well, people also like Fate as a character. I am one of them. I apparently don't like Fate enough to play Fate heavy Nanoha.
I wouldn't advise playing Nanoha in general. It's pretty ass. But okay, so pretty much Shauron pretty much take everything you know about Sunshine before 6 Annie and replace pretty much everything.
Right, now I will go ahead to say some people did choose to go very overzealous on standby and start playing things like coining Arctic Aquarium Dia Kurosawa as a way to kick her out at level 2 and enable what this one person called baller check and wreck that early.
Yo, dog, why? Sunshine has never cared about being defensive. So, why check and wreck?
So, standby, most people do think is a defensive trigger overall. It facilitates playing more defensively, more mid-range, right? So you're like, why don't we try to take even more full advantage by bringing out this check and wreck from set 1?
But Shauron is more Shauron's more like Judd, dude.
Oh, definitely. It's definitely more junk. I agree.
It doesn't sit there like Esper Control does. It doesn't sit there.
No, but I would argue that people that play Shauron in a more defensive style are probably more like Jeskai Control, I guess.
No, Jeskai's Jeskai beats you down with Monastery Switch Spears, dude. It still does offensive It's more.
Well,
That's
yeah,
more of a template.
you still go for offensive play. You still did games like bringing out Love's Mermaids, Ruby Kurosawa, Beat Face.
So
But
yeah, they're
while-
more like they're more Jeskai-ish, but
yeah,
I'm just like going, what? It's more like a Jun deck, honestly.
or rather, Sharon cards facilitate going more junked.
Right. And I'm just going, okay. So pretty much like I like there's not a single like BTW 6 Annie also gave us our very own resonator. Problem, it only checks for Guilty Kiss members. Guilty Piss, a complete and utter meme.
Problem number 2. Unlike Young, you had to discard a climax to salvage the target from waiting room.
Yep, you could. It's not an Akane effect for it. So you need to have Yohane in your.
Right, like it sounded cool on paper, but like
Hey, man,
I
people-
unironically tried it because it sounded neat, and I realized, never mind.
People unironically called Sunshine Poverty Konosuba, Walmart brand Konosuba.
And
They were completely and utterly wrong.
right, then we're like, oh wait, these Sharon cards exist.
Shaoran is much better as a strategy. Just play Shaoran.
Right,
Like-
like sure, a standby, but you don't care.
I mean, Soul Sleeper turned me off of Standby for 2 full years. And then I realized Standby is actually good.
Right.
Like, I used to think Standby was an ass trigger for 2 straight years.
like,
And everyone called me crazy.
like okay, like Forest Points Ruby Kurosawa was like a very easy replacement for Coining Archive Query and Ruby Kurosawa. Of course, not exactly the original, but it's a suitable substitute when choosing a play recall choice.
I mean, you're forced, basically. You have no other choice, man.
It solved the hand and deck fixing void that was left behind by you choosing recall.
I mean, Bushiroad knew that most players would pick Rickroll, like almost inherently.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, dude, they know their audience. That's why they printed this.
Right.
I mean, and the reason why it doesn't turn into a 6/5 is because it's standby. Like, unironically, I don't see that many lists playing this card. I'm like, are you insane? This card is amazing. It's
Well,
$3
it's partially because most lists are not playing they're not playing as much Sharon as say Gavin or I are. They're playing more like, okay, about half of their deck is like Sharon characters, maybe, but the other half is like everyone else.
Like, what the hell? I mean, hell, they're playing Hot Snow, and I'm just like, anyone who's listened to the reviews knows our hatred for the Hot Snow profile.
Right, and sometimes you see some people go a little more crazy. Like I've seen people do like the 1/2 Yohane from Volume 2 as a standby target.
Yo, dog, I'd rather play the 1/2 Yohanen. I'd rather. Shit.
Right, but like you see like these funky standby opening up a new possibility for Sunshine in general because of like how much potential there was from its now like over 650 card pool.
I mean, it's gonna surpass the original generation quite soon. But at the same time, wait a second. Does that 1/2 Yohanen have 1 or 2? Does it hit for 2?
No, she just gets very big.
Oh, okay. Wait. Where's the extra cost coming from then?
I think she's like a base 7k power. With 7k power, character hand encore, gets bigger in her some other text.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Text I care about?
It's power. I think she's something like an 8500 or so after
Oh,
that applies.
That's not terrible. But you sure as hell ain't hardcasted that.
Right. But that's the thing. Standby opened up doors for Sunshine players to, venture out and see what would be neat to standby in.
Hey, look, it gave us Bunny Girl Chica.
No, a lot of people think that card's not that good.
What? Yet they play the fucking they play on reverse Fugo combo in FGO. That's only 6K. You what?
Shrug.
Like, excuse me? Hello, Bunny Girl Chica? You play this ass Fugo combo FR? Like, I don't know what you rather have, man. This ass Fugo combo or Chica? I think I'd rather have Chica over this ass Fugo combo. Like, FR? Oh my god. There's a reason why this player base confuses me. I'm like, oh. But regardless, that level 1 hell, you even have a Shimakai that is specifically Shaoran. That's specifically to help you out.
But people would rather just be like, nope, Hoshino Chica, go burr.
FR? Like, you don't want extra stock? And this thing called card advantage? Like,
yeah, that's the game. Most people that play standby and Weiss Schwarz go, my card advantage is from me winning board every turn.
So what are you? Mono blue control?
Mono blue control doesn't win board. What?
No, but mono blue control literally its card advantage is draw card, end turn. And it does win board. You never have a board. It makes your opponent never has a board.
You have a point.
All it does is sit there and say no all day. Can you deny that, sir?
In before, Weiss Schwarz somehow prints Mystic Remora.
Cumulative upkeep. Let's fucking go, boys. Hey, man, I want upkeep in this fucking
Would you rather
game.
I say Ristic Study?
Yes. Did you pay for that?
Okay, but we know that in general, well, especially like a multiplayer game, Remora is better.
Right, but at the same time, did you pay for it as a great meme? You know that.
Did you pay for it as a great meme? But hey, Mystic Remora also costs us.
Until that cumulative upkeep gets to your ass, sir.
Oh, I meant more of card price wise.
No, Ristic Study is pretty fucking expensive, man.
No, that's why I said. That's why I said card price wise, Mystic Remora is cheaper.
Oh yeah, it's like 30 cents compared to Ristic Study's like 20.
Right.
Can you imagine Ristic Study in Weiss Schwarz? Did you pay for that, sir?
Did you pay for playing that character? You what?
Yeah, man.
If you ever make that, it's probably once per turn.
Once per turn? Fuck that noise. Every card, man.
Every card.
You played that event. Did you pay for that, sir? Oh, thanks for the infinite card advantage.
Unironic Ristic Study and Weiss Schwarz.
That would be hell. That would be hell. That would be hell.
Yeah, that's why I was saying if they ever get that, it definitely has to be once per turn.
No. Cumulative upkeep. Pay 1 life.
Pay 1 life.
Cumulative upkeep, man.
Okay,
you want Ristic Study? Okay, sure.
Well, imagine Weiss Schwarz implementing cumulative upkeep.
So, and man, that'd be perfectly fair. You want to keep Ristic Study up for 3 fucking turns? You hit yourself for half a level.
Well, 3 turns would mean you're talking about 3 opponents' turns, right?
Yes, 3 opponents' turns.
That'll be 6 clock total.
Yep, you just ate a level for that.
You said half a level. I got confused.
Well, for that turn, you ate half a level.
But you already half a level in the previous 2 turns.
True, but would you pay for that?
No.
Would you pay an entire level for 3 turns of Ristic Study?
No.
So Ristic Study's fair and balanced at that point.
Okay, but okay, depending on what level you bring on Ristic Study at.
It's a 1/1.
It's a 1/1. Okay, 6 in my back row. Okay, I'll probably pay once, and then we're done.
See, even you wouldn't do it.
Like I had to be like hella ahead to do myself the second time.
Or level 0.
So I stood by the thing like a boss.
Yep. You're just like, fuck it.
That does not sound fair at that point. It would need to be a town with no standby.
Or, no, just have it be an event.
But,
An event that you place into exile.
and you don't pay, it goes to a waiting room, I guess?
No, you flip it down. And you can never activate it ever again.
Ooh, that's spicy, but more on that another time. Anyway.
Yeah, more on that another time. Okay, so it also bring in Tubby. Well,
Yeah, loves mermaids, Ruby Kurosawa. Pfft, big beater.
I mean, I call her Tubby because the flotation device.
Right, but we know some people unironically pay slightly more, or not even pay slightly more, it's the same price unironically for the awakened art.
Oh,
Yeah,
isn't she in a bikini at that point?
yeah, because it's like her like a mermaid inspired outfit.
Oh, okay. Chica Chaser. Yeah, that card's fucking annoying. Fuck that card. Burn in hell.
Like, oh, I can't play Adventure Backup from hand? That's fucking fine. I ain't doing that over 0 or 1 anyway.
You don't fucking care. Let's see here. Other cards. It also gave you.
Some people did play We Are Sauron, Chica, Yo, and Ruby. So like even when they played the standby Sauron Shipu, they would still be able to get +1 soul on 2 lanes.
That's pretty fucking good, dude.
It's also a global 1K.
But at the same time, what's this thing called back row?
Yeah, space was tight. Period. Mekong Orange Jet Chica was a very nice addition. Like, so she's basically.
What does that card do again?
So she's basically the same card as Michuku Dreamer Rico from the Extra Booster, where they're both Fumio Mark IIs.
Hey, Fumio Mark II is pretty fucking deadly, okay?
Right, like, and the fact that we have one on a Chica really helped. Like, sure, that means we didn't need to play Rico anymore. We can now play Chica.
Where's our stock swap?
Where's our stock swap?
Hey man, you also got Yosuro Brainstorm.
No, a lot of people stuck with My Might Tonight from Volume 2 because it's a universal salvage brainstorm.
Who cares?
People want to unironically find Johan Ace.
What? Why would you unironically want to find Worse Girl?
Well, Johan Ace was on a anti-change stock counter.
Just play Chica, man. She destroys most things anyway. But by this point, early plays are getting tinier and tinier. Just destroy them with Chica. Or hell, Tubby can be your anti-level 3.
Unironically.
Or hell, the Midnight Ticket package. Oh yeah, people still play the Midnight Ticket package, even with restrictions.
Like, that's fine. Chica's just now basically meaning they're extra copies of Yo.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it does mean, well, no, it does mean that the Sunshine player has to keep better track where that one copy of Yo is.
If it's buried as the first card in stock, oof.
Like, books in hand, where stock goes.
At that point, man, it may not be worth it to undig her out.
Right.
It may not be.
Like sometimes it get like the limit one does mean that if Sunshine does like lose it early to stock and has no way to pay it out, they pretty much have to forgo the plan.
Though that's why I'm like, yo, Bushy, can we have 4 Yo back, please?
And I know that's why I have her rely on things like the new Yo combo here for extra damage.
She ain't terrible.
She isn't.
Like, she doesn't care about foreclosure.
Oh no, Lamau foreclosure.
Hey man, foreclosure is now a real spell, okay?
Foreclosure scary in general, yes, but Sauron doesn't care.
Nope. Sunshine is one of the few sets that goes foreclosure.
Sure,
go ahead. Go ahead and cast foreclosure. I don't give a flying fuck. But like, many of the cards that you would see in past decks, they don't exist in Shadowrun.
Right.
They pretty much don't exist.
Right.
Like, you could build a Shadowrun deck out of purely the 6 Annie and the Midnight Ticket package, and you'll be fine. Just add in the midnight ticket package and 6 anti cards. Sure.
That's pretty much your deck.
I mean,
Well, sure, you could try digging back up the previous section and see what you could find for like tech space, but
well, Water Blue New World, the joke is banned.
but it's talking more of things like Culinary Aquarium Yohane,
Yeah, the bounce.
and if you have to, the plus 500 and soul across the board.
She's commanding strength.
Yes, always has been.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. We're gonna use that astronaut meme where you point the gun at my forehead and shoot me.
No, it's behind you.
Oh, okay.
You like it's like one astronaut stares at the Earth, and then an astronaut behind him holds a gun and says "always has been."
Right. So you're the astronaut behind me with the gun pointed to my back while I stare at Johanna being a commanding strike.
Yes.
Or hell, even the guys that summoned that damn check-in wreck. Dias from set 1.
Yeah, you could be those guys. Chika Takami, anti-level 3 killer if you really feel like you need it.
He's from set 1.
Yeah, potentially free.
Like, there's not really much besides the midnight ticket package that you would use in the extra booster.
Right, outside of, again, like, a few tech slots here and there.
I can't really think of any.
Oh yeah. Going back to Mirai no Bokura wa Shikeru yo Watanabe. Why is she so darn expensive now? She's a Shara member.
Yeah, I was about to say, oh yeah, and she's also Japan's best girl.
So double oof.
I mean, and Volume 2 was ass, so she was the only double rare worth a damn, dude.
Yeah, like for prior to the price hike, she was like 580 to 980 yen. Then she's like unironically pretty
2980.
one of the most expensive cards you could buy for Sunshine. Period. Base rarity.
Oh, shall we mention the other elephant in the room?
Why don't you go ahead?
Alrighty. So there's also another best girl promo that's also an Enter the Battlefield pay 2 free refresh.
Oh yes, exciting cameo Watanabe. And
Yo, dog.
Unfortunate because it's a promo.
Yo, dog, that shit is also 2980 yen.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it's not 3980 yen?
No, it's 2980.
Okay.
That card's $30. Like, that card's more expensive than going to fucking Korean barbecue.
You go to a Korean barbecue and it costs less than $30, what? Get out of here.
Gen, dude. Gen's only 23.
Gen's not that cheap where I am, what the fuck?
Yeah, Gen's $23 plus a drink is 27.
My face when Gen's cheaper in Nevada.
And man, like
every time I go again, each person's paying like 30 something or something like that.
California tax?
Well, California period, you mean?
No, California tax. Literally, you live in the state of California. You pay more money just to live here.
What's the tax rate of Nevada again?
8.375.
That's not that much lower than what we have here. What?
What do you guys like? What, 9 something?
Depending on which county, it's floating between like 8 to 9%.
Oh, okay.
So
well,
roughly.
I would send a complaint to Mr. Newsom about that.
At least we're currently not under Gray Davis, right?
Would you rather have the Terminator back?
Low key, yes.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I was about to say, dude, the Terminator almost led California to ruin.
He did.
I'm sorry, he's a great actor. Terrible governor. Like I'm glad that Arnold cannot run for president.
He almost terminated the state.
Like, Jesus fucking Christ, like, no?
I get it, but we don't want Terminator to happen now.
And we're low key glad that he cannot run for president.
Oh man.
No.
No. You know if he could, he would.
It's either him or the Orange Head, man.
At that point, I choose to be exiled.
Damn, you'd rather be sent to exile?
I'd rather live in exile in like Sao Tome or something.
Damn. That be subject to those two. Well, they're both Republicans, so.
Well, no, not just any Republican. Like, if it's someone like Mitt Romney, that's probably not as bad. But one of
Right.
those two,
Yeah,
understandable. Hey, Canada, can I come up?
yo, Japan.
Yo, Japan, unironically, I'll wait 7 years to get my citizenship.
Well, you better start learning your Japanese, man.
Oh,
Because
okay.
they're not too friendly to our kind either. You're gonna get discriminated easily. Actually, no, we both would.
I think you more than okay. Well, to be fair, Gavin, I've had Japanese people mistake me as one of their kind.
FR?
FR.
Wow.
Like
Yeah.
when I was in Japan, I had people unironically come up to me talking Japanese,
Yeah, they did.
thinking that I like lived there.
They wouldn't make that mistake with me. No, definitely not.
So
And
yeah,
in
sorry,
fact,
I'm not in exactly the same boat as you are there.
oh, god damn it. Well, I can speak their language at least, but anyway,
Yeah.
anyways, back to Sunshine. Yeah, that promo is hella expensive. Why is it $30 again?
It was a box. What? It's a box topper, right?
Oh god damn it.
I think it was.
And I
Yeah,
and I still need a copy for my deck. Man, can we just get this reprinted as an uncommon like Charu? FR Bushy, please.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's gonna be like a practical reissue at this point.
A reissue wouldn't do much. What's she gonna do?
I was gonna say not a not a real reissue. More of like when they print a subsequent Sunshine expansion, it'll contain effective reissues like
Okay.
different like imagine like a Mirai no Bokura wa Shigeru yo, but like with a different name altogether and different art.
Oh, okay. So like the magician promos.
Yeah, like those.
For Imaga Saikyo.
Yeah.
Because Honks went from $40 to $3.
Right, it could be like that. It wouldn't be. It would be. It would be far from the first time Busho has done this. We saw it with Sinful Gear. Sinful Gear had like these expensive cards from way back when, and they reissued.
They got
those
reprinted. They got reprinted in another booster.
effectively.
They got their re-edit basically.
Yeah.
Like I think Sunshine needs a re-edit at this point because
There are some very inaccessible cards.
like the Midnight Ticket package,
Out of reach.
it's getting expensive.
Yeah, those are at least double digits.
Like, of course, you probably don't need much. You don't probably like Yo is the only one that's even affordable, but you only need one copy of her. So that's one card out of 50.
Right. But Chica and Rico are still gonna fetch a good amount of your money, and you need multiples of those two.
Chica's $12.80, if I remember correctly. Rickroll is $14.80, so $15 each.
And
Oh.
you're looking at minimum 3 and 2.
Right. Or hell, if you're crazy, you can go 4 Rickroll. See, I've seen some lists play 4 Rickroll.
Because consistency OP, I get it.
Consistency is really good. I mean, Sunshine in general is very expensive. In fact, Sunshine in general is Charlotte territory.
Getting pretty close, yeah.
It's getting pretty close to
If you were to
Charlotte.
build it from scratch entirely, it does become quite the hefty penny.
Like you can get a full playset of a modern day set at that point. Like that, but that just proves how good.
Like
How good Sunshine
Sunshine has been resilient for sure. Like yes, like even during its fall, people were still able to do things with it.
Like it's still easily one of the best sets in the game. When I recently did an overhaul of the tier list, I'm like, where do I place Sunshine? Well, I can't place it in S tier. I can't, but high A? What? After all of the hits, after all the banning.
Yeah, and the fact that they redid the factions like entirely. Like sure, some of the year's synergy still exists. You still have 2 of the second years in Sharon. You still have 2 of the third years in Azelia. But other than that, you're like, for the most part, you are really stuck with this subunit solidarity deal.
Azalea is not even worth talking about, dude. Neither is Guilty Kiss.
I'm just mentioning as an example that those two subunits did not specifically does not automatically kill off the year synergy.
It doesn't, and I'm gonna talk about those two now. So, Guilty Kiss. What's wrong with it? Basically, the fact that honestly, its level 1 combo is pretty bad. Like, I don't know about you, man, but Aaron at this point, who cares? Who cares about Aaron anymore? Like, it's like saying we live in the year 2017, and like, even if Mari could grab something like 3D MG, I wouldn't be that scared of her. Like, that's not going to propel Guilty Kiss to top tier.
No.
Like even giving them something like 3D MG would. And, that's effectively making her a clone of Aaron, but it doesn't really help. Like, it doesn't really help that deck at all. And then you have Chino and Cocoa. I don't know, man, but people really need to get off this this mentality of Chino and Cocoa is a good finisher still.
People just probably overestimate a little bit because, oh my gosh, there's 3 instances of damage on a single card.
It is 3 instances of damage on one single card, but I mean, people think the Kaguya from Kaguya-sama, which is actually a worse version of Chino and Cocoa. It's literally Darth Vader or Mikasa. I think majority of people are going on the high of, hey, Mikasa was really good, so why not Kaguya? I'm like, you have to remember, stop living in the past. Your past achievements don't matter to Bushiroad. And apparently neither do their own. They only care about what is here and now. Mm-hmm. So you have to move on. Like, there's a reason why majority of people literally go on this initial hype of a deck and then just forget about it like it's trashed like the next few months later, because that's the reality of Bushiroad. They tend to move on very quickly. Mm-hmm. They want players to forget
the past. They want players to cycle through their decks more often.
Right, instead of holding on to them for years.
Like yes, Sunshine's like the exception to this rule, because it just remains so resilient.
But I would argue that this isn't even the same deck anymore.
It isn't.
That Shaoran is definitely not the same deck anymore. This may say Love Light Sunshine on the box, but is it really the same Love Light Sunshine you remember? It has some familiarity, yes, but I'd argue no, this is a completely different deck.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, going back to Guilty Kiss, Chino and Cocoa is not good anymore. I'm sorry, but what would you give Chino and Cocoa using the scale?
Our rating scale, I would probably have to give it no higher than playable, depending on context. It would most likely it was a good, like, depending on context, it's either a playable minus or playable.
Wow.
Like, yes, I'm being generous, but again, this depends on the context of the title.
Well, what would you give Yohane?
Then playable minus.
Playable minus? Right, because we have much better finishers. Like, overall, I have to give the card a niche. That seems overly harsh. But at the same time, I'm just going, does that actually kill people anymore? I'd argue no, it doesn't. Like, people are so compressed nowadays that they'll cancel the 3 in all likelihood, and at least one of the two pings. And then I'm inferring that you tripled. Like,
right, but the usual board in Guilty Kiss is probably like 2 of those, and like a Musashi or Corning or Aquarium Rico.
That makes it even worse.
Right, because it's unreal. It's almost unrealistic to pull off 3.
Like,
it cost is so high.
Chino and Cocoa is also so expensive at 2 and 2 cards. Like, at that point, I'd rather play something like Yukina. yes, Yukina costs me an extra stock and requires a reversal, but Yukina's kill potential is so much higher.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much higher than Chino and Coco. Like,
Actually,
it's
you
ridiculous.
could argue that you could technically argue that it's the same cost because Yohai activates on attack, and Yukina is after she finishes the attack on the reverse. So it's effectively the same cost.
Which makes my argument even better. Even if Yukina was attack, I'd still rather play that. Like, it's one of those things that just makes you go, why would I bother playing something like Chino and Kokua? Like, there's absolutely no reason. By the time 2019 hit, no, way too late. Even if you presented this to me in 2018, I might have given it a chance, just out of nostalgia value. But by the time 2019 hit, no fucking way, man. This is way too slow. There's not enough damage output. Like, I'd rather play Yo, the modern day Yo combo. At least I didn't have to dump everything into it for not even a guaranteed kill. Like, Chino and Kokoa's damage output is so mediocre that Bushiroad had to dramatically lower its cost to even make it remotely palatable to modern day players, because even they know, yeah. Like, even Pecorine, like, you don't have to dump your stock for her ability.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh boy, when you do, prepare to die.
Right, that's when you are going all in.
But at the same time, okay, let's look at Chorizo, the Chorizo level 3 from Kanokari. Yes, I know I'm comparing a card that's 2 years old to something like Chorizo, but honestly, even cutting the cost in half for effectively the same damage up, I'm just going, eh. Like, but Chorizo is all Kanokari has. But it's just like, ugh. Even cutting the cost in half, I still wouldn't play it. It's just very difficult for me to justify playing it. Now, of course, some other people have also claimed, well, Bushiroad isn't really focused on finishers. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'd argue that 2020 is some of the most powerful finishers we've seen to date. Like, I'd rather pay 2 and do something like Shoko, irreplaceable existing Shoko Makinohara. Or hell, the Konosuba, the modern day Konosuba package. That's also pretty deadly. Or hell, Gotsubu no Hanayome Ichika, hello? Or if I'm paying something like 2 and 2 cards, you know, Aincrad, Kirito, and Asuna. Let's fucking go, boys. Or even the new Asuna combo. That's the exact same cost as Chino and Kokoa, but my damage output potential is so much higher than just bloody 2 pickings of 1. Like, yes, I'd rather accept the chance of whiffing than doing only 1 and 1. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, even Bofity, Maple's boss form, she can do 1, 2, and 3 damage. She can literally do 4 instances on 1 card. And then you have shit. What? There's plenty of other finishers like Kurumi.
We don't need to go through all of them.
Like Kurumi, like before I turn this into basically a finishers primer, like there's just no reason to play Yohane. And the Resonator. Did we really care? Did we honestly care about the Resonator? No. By now, the Resonator is pretty
Right, especially given that it gets out a Kane for the target.
No, it doesn't Akane for the target, and 2, you're restricted to Guilty Kiss only.
Right.
And as we just described,
pretty much anything.
Guilty Kiss cards are kind of ass. Like, sure, you could play the Yohane combo from Volume 2, but either Poverty Aaron or Shimakaze FR, either one of those, in even 2019,
it's pretty yikes.
Like, dude, Nanoha was Jushimatsu combo. Nanoha literally had Jushimatsu combo, where I salvaged for free. Literal free.
Anyway, let's go ahead and move on quickly to Azalea, which I think we shouldn't need to discuss too far about.
Okay, Azalea. Hold on. Let me pull up a certain document.
Oh, he does that. So, well, Azalea does have, say, a very, very powerful early game. Like, it does have robust zeros and robust ones slash pseudo ones. Not much we talk about beyond that.
TLDR, Azalea did nothing.
Right, like, sure, you were able to win the level 0 and 1 game, but after that, what did you do?
Nothing.
Exactly.
In fact, alrighty, I brought up a certain document. My co-host might recognize the title of said document. How to fix Azalea 101.
But let's not really go into its contents. That's not what we're here to do.
Well, at the same time, dude, it's a few simple fixes. Like, okay, Azalea. Sure, its level 1 and 0 game was alright for the time, but Azalea could really use a few additional zeros. Like, the problem with Azalea is it couldn't close out games.
Right.
And as we just mentioned, it's really important that you can close out games because, a lot of players don't really factor this in when they're deck building, but 30 minute time limits are a real consideration. Sure, the grand majority of players play at the local level majority of the time, but at the same time, if your locals enforces the 30-minute time limit, they may or may not. Building around that 30-minute time limit is essential.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at least considering it when you're building a deck, because, well, if you ever want to participate at high-level comp, guess what you're subject to every time? 30-minute time limits. Well, except in the digital format, but again, we don't really speak about the digital format on the show because, well, it's like once the pandemic is over, digital will not be a thing anymore. It'll be going back to the physical format. And hell, even Japan themselves is saying, pandemic? Who cares? We're still playing physically. Japan themselves even says, pandemic? Okay, sure. We're holding physical tournaments anyway.
But it has more to do with Japan's strict adherence culture more than anything.
Well, you tried telling the anti-maskers to put on a face mask.
Exactly. That's the thing. Anti-maskers are few and far in between in Japan. But anyway, I guess with that all being said, so with Sharon kind of like being the bread and butter of Modern Sunshine, like you're kind of still seeing very, very decent success regardless of all these restrictions and a shift in card pool design.
Sunshine has had one of the best conversion rates of last year's World Grand Prix. And here's what I mean by conversion rate. AKA, you take the deck to a tournament and it does well.
Conversion rate meaning if it got you the top cut.
Correct.
Saying that means the percentage of people who played the title and got in to top cut were relatively high.
Correct. I believe its conversion rate was like 18 to 20%, which is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And Sunshine avoided the ban list this time around, so thank God. I don't think we could take any more hits.
Right. I think at this point, like Sunshine is, it's still good, but it's not oppressive or broken.
We could use a few unbans, to be honest.
Probably one. I think one's safe, if anything.
Give us back our yos.
Anyway, that all being said, I think any other final words? I'm pretty much done.
I mean, next time you see Sunshine at World Grand Prix, do not underestimate it.
Mm-hmm.
Though in terms of the English format, let me speak about English for a moment here.
Even though it's not something we specialize in.
It's not something we specialize in, but at the same time, I feel bad for the English players that are missing half of Sunshine's point.
Sure, even though, as we said, Volume 2 and featuring Squirtle Festival 6th anniversary might have had like design flaws that were noticeable, it's still kind of like
There's some useful cards in there, man.
it's some very very neat stuff. Like, well, sure,
They
even
could,
like I said, I guess it's this whole problem of they really don't want to do a restriction list in the English format.
I mean, well, I mean, they
There are people who even argued, like, even after restrictions and Volume 2 introduced standby, some people even try to make the argument that deck felt better than unrestricted Sunshine with only the first 2 expansions.
no, it didn't.
I didn't say it was, but I said some people did attempt to make the argument.
Man, I'd like to speak to their physicians. Like,
all in all, like Sunshine's been through some tumultuous times, but it has, like, sure, it did need to rebrand itself here and there, but it's holding strong.
oh yeah, like it's kind of one of those. It's kind of like the story of Foot Locker, basically. It's had to rebrand a few times, but hey, she's holding in there, and she can still do some stuff. And now the thing is, well, I don't necessarily like keeping Sunshine on my dice anymore. She's still a good deck to pull out. Like, she's still there for me if I still need it.
Mm-hmm. So I guess with that, we thank you all for joining us on this, quick retrospective on Love Live Sunshine, its rise, fall, and rise again. And with that, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment. We let you hear your thoughts about what you think about the rise, fall, and rise again of Love Live Sunshine. Where you think like the transitions happen and all that good stuff. And of course, if you haven't already for some reason, subscribe, ring that notification bell icon, because it's actions.
Help the YouTube algorithm out.
And of course, if you want to continue to support us, we will definitely like it if you can also help us out via our Patreon or buy us a cup of coffee.
I think we both could use one at this point.
Right. So with that, everyone, we will see you all next time. Bye bye.